I am so not in the mood for you. Do you think I'm kidding?
Look, as soon as I get what I came for, I'm out of here.
You're not hearing me, Carly. This is my house. You're not welcome in it. Leave or I will throw you out.
I will go where I want and do what I want in this house, especially when it comes to Jason. Now get out of my way or I'm going to move you.
You can't stand it, can you? That any woman might intrude on what you consider your turf? Well, guess what, Carly? Jason's not yours. He's not your husband. He's not your lover. He hasn't wanted you in a sexual way in years and probably never will. So suck it up and get out of my house.
See, I tolerated you because Jason's a man and he needs something in his bed. But you are deluding yourself if you think you will ever be anything more.
Oh, well, eat your heart out, because I already am.
I don't think so. See, from where I'm standing, you're skating on thin ice when it comes to Jason. Maybe he's over you. Maybe you're not worth the energy. I'm wondering how hard I have to push him to finally kick you to the curb. Don't touch me. Is going to help Jason.
Yeah, well, consider yourself warned, because the first thing I'm discussing with Jason when he gets home is putting a lid on you.
Okay, you do that. You throw down with Jason and you force him to choose between the two of us, his best friend and you. Be real careful before you go down that road, Sam.
Some clothes from the boutique. I didn't order. Stylist from Everyday Heroes sent over for some dresses. Wait until you see the red bag you need to get.
I'm sorry, can you just have them take it back?
Why?
I'm not gonna need them. I'm quitting Everyday Heroes.
Are you insane? That show is the best thing that's ever happened to you. Okay, obviously, it's not up to me whether or not you stay on Everyday Heroes. I'm not your agent or your manager or anything, but if I were, I would want to know why you were even considering giving up the opportunity of a lifetime.
When something seems too good to be true, Maxie, it usually is.
Sam, I get that there are probably hidden drawbacks to a career in television, but isn't it worth it? Your picture is on every bus from here to Manhattan, and I know this sounds shallow, but do you know what I would give to be in your position, to have people falling all over themselves to make me a star?
That's the thing. Amelia didn't want to make me a star. She wanted revenge. This woman has been working me from day one. She's been trying to dig up every mistake I've ever made just to throw in my face. At least she wasn't pretending to love me.
Where did that come from?
Maxie, Jason's been lying to me for months. The habit of making excuses for Jason. Like when he'd shut down on me or refused to discuss something, I thought to myself, that's just who he is, and I'm okay with it as long as he's being honest. Even when things were strained or distant between us, I still felt like I could trust him. And it turns out I've been lying to myself this whole time.
I'm really sorry. There's nothing worse than putting yourself on the line or giving everything you have just to find the person you love doesn't love you back.
I don't know. I just don't understand how after everything Jason and I have been through, how could he, out of all people, lie to me? It's like he has completely given up on us.
And you were mad enough to do something dumb?
What makes you say that?
Because that's what I would do. When I get hurt, I try and get even. But, Sam, the problem with plans like that is they usually blow up in your face.
The problem is, I don't think Jason and I can ever come back from what's happened. Excuse
me. We need to talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
You can either talk to me or to the network attorneys. Your choice. You might want to ask your guest to come back a little later, unless you want her to hear all the gory details.
Actually, I was just leaving.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. What do you want?
You weren't at the studio this morning.
Okay, then you can consider this my formal resignation. I'm finished with Everyday Heroes, and I am beyond finished with you. You can take me to court. Go ahead, expose every last secret about my past, the money I stole, the men I scammed from. But I don't care. As long as you are not going to blackmail me anymore, I am done.
Once the press gets a hold of this, your television career is over.
So? I don't care about a few headlines. It'll be a scandal for a minute, okay, maybe a second. But before long, a bigger star is going to come along, and they're going to have an affair or go to rehab, and I will be forgotten. Most importantly, I will be free. So do your best. I really don't care anymore.
You might want to rethink that. If I tell your deepest, darkest secrets, you could be charged as an accessory to Jake Spencer's kidnapping. Or at the very least, the world, including your mother and adoring little sisters, will know that you stood by and watched a deranged woman steal an innocent child. Now that's what I call a scandal.
Go ahead. Tell the world that I watched Jake Spencer being kidnapped. And while you're at it, make sure you tell the world that Jason Morgan is the baby's real father. I think it's about time the truth comes out, don't you?
You're right. Why go down alone when you can take Lucky and Elizabeth's marriage with you? I mean, he'll be devastated, of course, but at least two people will have a happy ending. Elizabeth will follow her heart straight to Jason, who'll be free, assuming he's out of prison, to have the family he's always wanted.
You have no idea what Jason wants.
If it's a choice between the loving mother of his only child and the deceitful bitch who stood by and watched his little boy get kidnapped, how long do you think it's going to take Jason to make up his mind? Even if Jason has to spend the rest of his life in prison, at least he'll know Jake will be provided for. When the truth comes out, no doubt Jake will get all of Jason's money, and you'll be left broke and homeless. Unless, of course, you think your mother will be willing to take you in after she learns that you facilitated a kidnapping.
Shut up! Wow.
Artistic differences.
Would you like to update Carly, or should I? Okay, then. Turns out Sam actually knew more.
Will update her. I blew off a shoot today, even though I knew Amelia already paid for the location.
Wow, it's nice to see Jason's not the only one you're taking advantage of.
I will be in work on time tomorrow. Okay?
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. The job you hired me for, I'll be there. See you then.
Wise choice.
You better hold on to that job. When Jason gets back, he's gonna kick you out of here.
I don't know what fantasy world you're living in, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you talk to Jason, not that you will, tell him I put his marriage certificate back.
Marriage certificate?
Yes, from his wedding to Brenda. See, since Jason's only allowed to have visitors from his lawyer or his wife, I used it to get in and visit Jason. Don't try and pull the same scam. The guards are never going to buy there's another Brenda Barrett Morgan out there, so... But you know, that shouldn't be too disappointing for you, because you don't seem to be at all concerned about
Get
Jason.
out of my house, please.
This isn't your house. It's Jason's, and when he comes back, you're out of here.
Okay, you can keep telling yourself that.
Do you know the whole time I was in Pentonville, he never once asked about you? And then when I brought up your name, he changed the subject really, really
You
fast.
don't even know what you're talking about.
I know, Jason, okay? The wall is down, and you can cry and you can beg. It's over. You know what, Sam? You're someone Jason used to love.
That's right. I'm drenched. Do you have anything that I could put on?
Yeah. Why are you wet?
Ask Carly.
Carly? Carly did this to you?
And Jerry helped.
Wait. What?
I was going to Kelly's and they sprayed me with a garden hose. At least Jerry had the decency to say he was sorry.
Really? So Carly did this to you deliberately?
I don't know. Who knows? All I know is she's reinterpreted the whole thing by now. Apparently everything that just happened to me is a direct result of my infatuation with Jerry Jacks.
Well, I certainly hope Carly's delusional and you are not infatuated with Jerry Jacks. Oh, are you feeling better?
Thank God you had one medium in your closet. It must be the only one you have.
I'm glad I could help.
Thank you, it did. I had papers to deliver to a client. I didn't want to have to do it soaked.
We're sick. I just hope that Carly's little stunt didn't send you into some sort of a relapse or
I'm not
anything.
100% yet, but I'm much better, honestly. I've never felt better.
That's good. I mean, that's really good news. I just hope you don't mean like feel better, like you think you're good enough to get into a relationship with Jerry Jacks, that kind of better.
Trust me. I tolerate him, that's all, because he's Jack's brother. That's it. End of story.
Good. I mean, that's good news because, you know, he may seem kind and caring, but that man is really ruthless. I mean, trust me on this. A man like that could hurt you in ways that you can't even imagine.
Sociopath. You should know he held you and Nicholas and 13 other people hostage over a briefcase. And even with my weakness for the deranged, I would find it difficult to be attracted to a man like Jerry.
Well, I would hope so. But, I don't know, you have been spending a lot of time with him.
I'm his attorney. I have to. I don't have a personal interest in him. I did have a personal interest in him when I thought he was this charming business associate of Nicholas, but now that I know he's a sociopath, I don't.
Okay, I don't want to go dredging up the past, but you did think that Rick was a charming, great, superb guy at one time, too.
Look how that turned out.
Exactly. And all I'm asking is for you to think long and hard before opening up your heart to a man like that who doesn't deserve it.
I will. I have thought long and hard about it. No more nut jobs. Which is why I'll have nothing to do with Jerry. Nothing at all.